At the start of 2023, I had my first photo exhibition of my Jazz Jam collection of images. The images celebrate diversity and inclusion and chronicle a moment in Jacksonville's music history, as many musicians gathered every Sunday night in 2020 during the pandemic. That intimacy and uncertainty about the future was captured with my lens. So in this video, I'm going to share with you how I sold my first 100 copies of my new photo book, the Jazz Jam collection. So quick disclaimer, there are many different ways to release and sell your photo book project these days. These are the approaches that I use and what worked best for me. So the first thing that I did in terms of marketing was I set up a page on my Squarespace website. So I've been using Squarespace since 2015. And so the easiest thing for me to do was to go ahead and set up a page on my Squarespace website because I knew I wanted to do or launch a pre-sale of my photo book. On my website, potential customers got an opportunity to see the photo book. They get to see a snippet of the images. They get to see what they're actually purchasing. And so that was very, very useful in terms of me selling out my first 100 copies. The process on my website was easy to use. So by using Squarespace, my customers got an opportunity to track their packages directly, and they also got to see a sample snapshot of what they were actually getting in terms of the photo book. So there was a nice little video there on my website that had this flip through action where customers got an opportunity to kind of see the images in real time, so to speak. And that really helped to push my product and engage with customers and allow them to say, hey, this is something that I want to purchase. From here, I sent out an email ad to my email listing using an integrated tool offered by Squarespace, which is the MailChimp integration. This allowed me to, again, set up an email blast to my email subscribers, alerting my email clientele of the new book project, how to purchase it, how much it was going to cost, and some of the images that were in the book. They actually saw exactly what was happening in terms of this email, in terms of the new book, and they were able to click on a link that took them directly to my website. The other method that I used that really worked well for me was Instagram ads. Now, I know Instagram ads aren't popular for some people, but for me, this tool really worked. During the run of the ads, another thing that worked for me was targeting bookstores, photographers, and libraries. I can't tell you how that was a game changer for me. From there, I saw a number of shares in my analytics. I saw a number of likes in my analytics, and I saw a number of new followers in my analytics as well, which also pushed traffic to my website, which also resulted in purchases of the book. The next approach I used was partnering with a local bookshop here in Jacksonville, Florida, an indie bookshop, to host a book signing for the book. This was very effective because I got to tap into the 5,000 plus members that the bookstore had already built in terms of an audience. Now, for those of you who are wondering if I had a launch of the photo book, well, kind of. So the book signing actually served as a launch for the photo book, but the Jazz Jam itself, which I talked about earlier in the video, they have a pop-up every summer during the last 2 weeks in July and the first week in August. And there, during those pop-ups, those actual times served as a launch. So there were actually 3 launches, 3 opportunities for me to sell the book. And that actually helped me to sell my first 100 copies. That approach to selling the book was pretty novel because there I had no overhead expenses. There was already something built in that I could utilize to push the book out to the public. And so I didn't have to worry about hosting a big party, having, this huge event where expenses would incur. I was actually able to utilize that built-in event to actually push the book further. And so people were able to come up to me, engage with me during those jazz jam sessions, purchase a book, take photos, get their book signed, and actually engage with the musicians as well. So that approach worked really well for me in terms of selling out my first 100 copies in the first 3 months of the book. I hope I was able to provide some value to those wanting to start a new photo book project. I hope some of the approaches that I used in terms of the website, the email marketing, and the Instagram ads help someone make a decision on how to go about launching their project. One thing's for sure, creating a photo book project, launching it, and selling it is no easy task. Check out my latest YouTube short on why every photographer should consider creating a photo book. There, I show how I created my latest photo book, the print service I used, and some of the other projects that I produced. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and until next time, peace.